Brethren, I pray you sing a new song. Sing praise in the assembly of the righteous. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let the high praise of God be on the mouths of the saints and a two-edged sword in their hands to execute vengeance on the demonic nations and punishments on those peoples, to bind their kings with chains. Dishonor have all his saints. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Sing to him a new song.
Why? Because he wasn't born on December 25th. Well, I can't give you, I would definitely say it wasn't wintertime.
All right.
Definitely it'd be too cold outside for a baby to be sitting outside in a manger. All right? The baby would freeze to death, all right? So it wasn't wintertime when he was born. And Joseph and Mary just walking around with this baby. And wise men bringing gifts and whatever else.
Sound like a harvest season. A harvest season, maybe.
Right, it could have been around first fruits or something.
All right, spring.
It could have been around Passover. We don't know.
Right.
I can't tell you for certain. I'm not going to sit here and be bold and blasphemer like the rest of these nations, man.
Right.
All right, you got that?
Ecclesiastes.
Right, so I was talking about whoso fear no evil thing, whoso keep the commandments shall fear no evil thing, right? So the reason why that probably came upon you is because you were doing wickedness and you didn't know it was wickedness at that time, but it was really wicked to the Most High God. So things like that happen to us, we don't, the Most High has ways to showing us and waking us up. And that's what happened, man. The Most High put us through trials and tribulations and suffering so we can wake up. You see what I'm saying? We gotta have these type of things to happen so we be like, nah, we not, man, I gotta change my life, man. You see what I'm saying? All right, go ahead, Doc.
It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Right.
Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
So what it say?
For this is the whole duty of man.
So what is the whole duty for you to do? According to that verse. Read again from the top.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So it says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Why are you here on earth? What are you supposed to be doing? Right? Let's hear the conclusion. Let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. What did it say?
Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God.
And what?
Keep his commandments.
And fear God and keep his commandments. Read.
For this is the whole duty of man.
What does the word duty mean? That's the whole duty of what?
Of man.
So what are you supposed to be doing on earth?
Fear God and go about his commandments.
All praises.
All praises.
All right, and that's why the wrath come upon us. That's why these type of things happen to us. See what I'm saying? So why did that sad event and that wicked event happen? Because somebody was breaking God's commandments. You see
And
what
I'm breaking them by wearing pants. So
right, and we're gonna show you something else. I want one more scripture real quick about the commandments real quick. Joshua 1 and 8. Start at verse 7.
God, it's the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 7.
Bring it out.
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
So you gotta be strong and courageous. Even though that happened, we gotta get down to the bottom of the situation, right? Read.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
So you gotta do what?
Observe and do.
say it again.
God, it says, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
Right, so you gotta observe and do according to what?
The law, that means I gotta go by his command.
That's right, read.
Which Moses, my servant, commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
Don't turn from it. Don't go home and go grab a newborn. Say, nah, man, that ain't really doing nothing for me anyway. Them damn things are $7, $10, $4 a pack.
Yeah.
They ain't doing nothing for you anyway. You see what I'm saying? You ain't benefiting from smoking a damn cigarette, man. Okay? All right, read.
That thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
That you may prosper wherever you go. You keep the law, you're going to prosper. Read on.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
What the Bible say?
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
So what you're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to be speaking about the laws. You're supposed to be teaching your children the law. You see what I'm saying? Read.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
What should the sister be doing?
Meditate therein day and night.
What should the sister be doing?
Meditate therein day and night.
Read on.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
What you should be doing?
To observe.
And that mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
So that you may observe to do according to all that is written in this book.
So I need to abide by his rules.
You need to abide by his rules. You see what I'm saying? Read on.
For then thou shalt make thy ways prosperous.
What did the guy say?
For then thou shalt make thy ways prosperous.
What did God say about this woman?
For
Then thou shalt make thy ways prosperous.
What does the word prosperous mean?
That means he's gonna make everything positive for me.
He's make everything positive for you. The Bible says if you observe, whosoever keep the commandments, they gonna feel no evil thing. You see what I'm saying? If you do all that is written in the book, you're gonna prosper. Read on.
And then shalt thou have good success.
What does it say?
Then shalt thou have good success.
Then you're gonna have good success. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta come back to these law, statutes, and the commandments and have faith in Yahweh Shah, who the world literally calls Jesus Christ in me. All right. Now give me what did I want? I wanted let's just get Exodus real quick, chapter 20. Matter of fact, scratch that. That's what I want. I want to Deuteronomy 28.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
He said he's gonna make our ways prosperous, and he's gonna basically make us have good success when we do what?
Go by his rules.
When we go what?
Go by his rules.
What is his
Commandments and laws.
in his laws, right? Those are his rules, right? Keep his laws. Read this.
And it shall come to pass,
Uh-huh,
if thou shalt hearken diligently
He said it shall happen if you listen closely. Read.
unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day.
He said do what? Say it loud, sis.
All his commandments.
We should what? What should we do?
Do all his commandments.
Read on.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations
The Most
of
High,
the earth.
The Most High said he was going to do what if we keep the commandments?
Keep us, everything is prosperous.
Watch this. Read. The last part.
God, it says, will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Now start back up a little bit.
It says, which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So if you keep God's commandments, he going to do what?
Set you up high, that means you're going to be living nice.
Above who?
Above everyone. All the white people, I guess.
Just not all white people, all the other nations.
Oh, okay.
Okay, read.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if you hearken unto the Lord thy God, all these blessings are going to come upon you. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to keep the Most High's laws. Do you know any of the Most High's laws?
No, you can tell me.
All right, give me Exodus chapter 20. We're going to start with the basics, right?
God, this is Exodus chapter 20,
Verse 1.
verse 1. It says, and God spake all these words, saying.
So who are we supposed to be listening to?
God.
So what God say?
God spoke all these words, saying,
What did he say?
I am the Lord thy God,
He's the Lord your God, read,
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
which brought you out of the land of Egypt, read,
out of the house of bondage.
out of the house of bondage. What is Egypt called according to that scripture? Read it again.
House of bondage.
What is bondage?
That means you're in a cage, basically.
What, and what is it? What happened
You're
here?
locked up. You're
What is this right here?
bondage.
What was these people in here? Were they in bondage?
Yeah.
Okay, and then read it again, verse 20, verse 2.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of what? What does bondage mean? Bondage means slavery. Okay? Right? Out of captivity. Okay? Read on.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
He said what?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Who is this man right here, sis?
I don't know who that is.
Who is that man right there?
That's it look like the devil.
Who is this man right here?
That look like the devil too.
Okay, all praises, all praises. Read on, huh?
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image,
Right, you shouldn't have any graven images, right? Read.
or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath.
Right, so if you go to your grandma's house or your aunt's house and you see a picture of this so-called white man on the wall.
My grandma said there's no pictures of God. There's no pictures of
Okay,
How do we know
well,
what
I'm just showing you. If you go to somebody's house, some people got this on their wall, right? So,
I'm not going to.
right.
You got it in church.
Right, so if you go there and you see people worshiping you, this is what you call a graven image. But what did the Bible say about that?
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image,
Right.
or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath.
Right, so we shouldn't be making no likeness of any image in the heavens above and the earth beneath.
So they don't know what the devil looks like. And they don't know who God
Because the devil look like them. We do know what God looks like according to the Bible.
looks like.
We can read it. But hold on, we're going to finish these commandments. We'll get to that. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, or any likeness in that thing that is in the heaven above, or is that in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth.
Right, read.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
You see people bowing down to that image. Read on.
For I am the Lord, and a jealous
See,
God.
the Most High God is a jealous God. You ever been jealous of your husband?
Yeah.
And the Most High say he a jealous God too.
He don't want you to
He don't be want you to. That's right. Just like you don't be, you know, you ain't got no say so in that, but you don't want him messing with no other woman though.
Why is the white baby so
Well, we can get to that too. All right, go ahead.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
So he gonna visit the iniquity of the father of the children upon them, upon the third and fourth generation of them that hate them. So you're gonna see these white people, they the children of the third and fourth generations. They the ones that are gonna be the Most High is gonna come visit. These white people. It wasn't gonna be the ones in these pictures right here. That's why he was asking when the judgment gonna come upon these white people. Now it's gonna happen to these white people walking around. All right, go ahead.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
What the Most High say?
So thousands, so mercy.
It says, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
So if you keep the commandments, what is he gonna do? What's the Most High gonna do for you? According to that scripture, read it again.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
So he gonna do what? He's gonna show mercy to you. Don't you want that?
Yeah.
Okay, go
Can I
ahead.
take some pictures to read?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to show them.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not take the Lord thy God, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltiness that taketh his name in vain.
Right, go ahead.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
What the Bible say?
Remember the Sabbath day
to keep it holy.
Why y'all Christians don't keep the Sabbath day?
So can we, you're not supposed to work on Sunday?
Who said Sunday was the Sabbath day?
I don't know. They just said Sunday was the Sabbath day.
All right, so you take your pictures really quick.
Is Sunday the Sabbath day?
We gonna see if you gonna figure it out.
Teach, up. Teach.
All right, I want you to do something for me real quick. I want you to go to your calendar on your phone. All right.
I got 2 scriptures. I want to call later. It ought to be on my later.
Hold those tight.
Look at them, John. This is my job. I really don't be on
All right, I can just pull it up.
Okay.
Take a little time. All right, so we want to see, you say, read that scripture again, all right?
And it says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Right, so it says, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, right? Now, count the first day of the week. What is the first day of the week? Right?
So Saturday is the Sabbath.
So Saturday is the Sabbath. But why they tell y'all that Sunday is the Sabbath? Right? So we see another lie that Christianity push. All the Christians go to work on Sunday. Right? Go ahead.
God. It says, but the 7th day is the Sabbath day of the Lord thy God.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath day of the Lord thy God. Count the days.
So today is not the day I should be working. I'm supposed to be relaxing.
Right.
Saving it for the Lord.
Yes, what they got you out here doing though? What they got you, and what does that do according to the Bible? What are you breaking?
I'm breaking the law.
Again, right? And so are you going to prosper when you're breaking God's laws?
No, you're not.
So are you going to have mercy when you're breaking God's laws?
No.
Are you going to have good success when you're breaking God's laws? Are you going to feel evil things if you break God's laws?
Yes.
That's the point. That's why things happen to our people, because they're breaking God's laws. Right? Read.
It says, "But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
Right.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates."
Right, so it says the children shouldn't even be working. And if you had slaves, they shouldn't even be working. If you had animals that did labor for you, they shouldn't even be working. All right, it's a rest day. It's a day of worship for the Most High God.
So we're gonna make our work day Saturday. Thank you. I really appreciate
You
it.
say what?
We're gonna make our rest day Saturday.
It is Saturday, sis.
I appreciate it.
I got a couple more for you. Before, please, man. My brother got 2, then we're gonna let you go.
I just got 2.
All right, so you asked a question about.
Well, go ahead. We got you.
Hold on, how far did we get? All right, so read. Go back down to the verse 13 real quick.
Verse 13, "Thou shalt not kill.
Start at verse 12. Come on.
Honor thy father and thy mother."
So this is a commandment. What?
Honor thy father and thy mother,
Uh-huh.
that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
So when you honor your father and your mother, your days are going to be long. Huh? Well, I don't either, but still, I'm still going to honor him in his resting place, right? All right. I'm not disrespectful. I'm not going to say hateful things about him. I'm not going to say hateful things about my mother, even though she may have been through certain situations in her life. I'm still going to. That's my mother. I'm going to respect her in that aspect, right? Read on.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not what?
Kill.
We shouldn't kill. That's a commandment. Read.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Thou shalt not commit adultery. Y'all shouldn't go sleep with another man's wife. That's committing adultery. Okay, read on.
Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not steal. I shouldn't be stealing. If you drop $30 on the ground, I don't step on it, and when it act like it didn't fall, and when you walk off, I pick it up.
That's stealing.
That's stealing. Read.
Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
I shouldn't be like, oh, this woman right here, she ain't no good, right? She a gold digger.
You don't
Right?
even know me, so you're lying.
That's bearing false witness. I haven't witnessed you do any of that. That's a false witness that I gave. Read.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Right, I shouldn't want anything that you got. Okay. All right. You. That's yours. All right. Like, look at her thinking she's somebody. Right. I shouldn't want that. Right. Go ahead.
God, it says, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Right.
And all the people saw.
Go ahead. Oh, let's sit on there. Okay. Now let me get Isaiah 49:23. Because you asked about why is this lady doing this, right? Because this is a slave woman and this is master's baby right here. And you didn't know that this went on during slavery, did you?
No. I know that they used to put our babies on the ground and put their feet on our babies.
Oh yeah, they did all type of.
Took out arthritis at their feet. That's what they say.
Right.
And crushed our babies' ribs and everything.
yeah.
Our newborn.
They killed our babies, man. All right, go ahead.
God, Isaiah 49:23.
This is a young little girl right here. Look, she hanging. All right, here we go up here. Come
It's
to
in
this
Oklahoma.
side. Come to this side.
Ooh, let me take a picture. This says Oklahoma.
Yeah,
My
this is-
kids don't want to leave Oklahoma.
this is
They want to
Okima-
stay here. I'm trying to go
Okima,
back to
Oklahoma.
Washington.
Yeah, look here, sis. Right? What they do to them babies? They killed the babies, right?
Why did they kill them? Because they're mixed.
I'm not sure why they killed them, but the white man's the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right.
Looking that way because my boss is doing.
Yeah, we're gonna let you go real quick. We're gonna get.
Oh no, I'm walking to my destination.
Let this brother get
I
this
want to hear
scripture,
everything y'all got
and
to
then
say.
this brother got 2 scriptures for you after he finished. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 49:23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
It says, kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and queens their nursing mothers. What she doing? She nursing their other children, right? And guess what? When it says, he that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity, I mean, it's going to reverse, right? So eventually, it's going to be a reverse. But guess what? I'm not letting none of my children suck on no damn, these devil's breasts, man. All right? They eat abominable foods, man.
Right.
All right? I ain't dealing with none of these heathens, man. All right? Go ahead.
God, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth.
What the Bible say they should do?
They shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth.
All right? Now,
And lick up,
go ahead.
and lick up the dust off of thy feet.
Right.
I'm going to come in now? Okay.
right, thank you. All right, let me get these two scriptures and we'll let you go. Go ahead.
Okay, con. All right, so real quick, trying to disconnect. It says.
Well, they said 30 minutes.
Okay, let me get another one more quick scripture. This is
1 Corinthians 14:40.
no. This is 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. It says.
Come on.
I'm going to be in the video.
You already on the video, sis.
Right. This is
You be able to watch it. You go to their website, go to their YouTube. You gonna see this video on there. All right. You get to hear the whole conversation. You get to hear all. Go open your Bible up and go into the scriptures and read it for yourself.
with that
And
understanding.
you're like, hold on, these brothers are not playing. We are the children of God. All right. I'm not a so-called black woman. You brown. You're dark brown, but you brown. All right. You're not black. You're not the color of that jacket.
Oh, no.
No.
Far from it.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
This is 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, and hereby we do know that we know him meaning God, if we keep his commandments. So the brothers are showing you commandments of God. So that if you say you know him, you're keeping his word. You're wearing fringes. You got your head wrapped. You're keeping the Sabbath day holy, right? So you know him by keeping his commandments. It says, and hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So if you say you know him, people say they know him, but they're not keeping any of his commandments, the Bible says he is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Okay? So that's why the brothers are showing you commandments, because this is what God said. God said, so that you now know him. You know? So it says, this is the book of 1 John chapter 9. It's like not 1 John, but John chapter 9 and verse 31. It says, now we know that God heareth not sinners. So we found out that breaking God's commandments or his laws is sin. That's sin. So it says, now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will is the law, him he heareth. So if you're doing his commandments, he hears you. But if you don't do his commandments, he don't hear you, right? So the brothers are showing you his commandments. This is the last one. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4. It says, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. So if a man is praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. Right? It says, but every
Can't have their hair covered.
right, when they're praying. It says, but every woman that prayeth or prophesy with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head.
So the women is supposed to have their hair covered when they're praying. So whenever you say our prayer in that, we're supposed to have our hair covered.
All praises.
All supposed to keep their hair covered, right?
All praises.
I'm always supposed to keep my hair covered?
Well, you ain't gotta always keep it, but you know it's best when you do to keep it. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when you might walk into some brothers like us, and guess what? You had your hair covered. And
You
guess
wanna
what? Now you abide into what the scripture told you to know. You didn't even know it, but it's our custom for women to have their hair covered.
All right.
Right? All right.
So whenever you want to pray, you already got your head covered. You already ready.
All right. Now, Numbers 15. 38.
Don, I was going to put you earlier. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
See? Speaking to you, because you're the children of Israel. You didn't know that you're the children of Israel. But guess what? It said Israel shall not know who they are. But you didn't even know who you are. You gave me a color. You gave me 2 continents. Right? You gave me African American. Right? Everything but what you are. Because it says that you weren't going to know who you are because you discontinued for your heritage. Right? So guess what? What happened to right here? This is the movie Roots. His name was, when he was in Africa, his name was Kente. When they brought him on the cargo slave ship to America, the white man changed his name to Token. And guess what? They didn't just take his name from him, they took his heritage from him. They took what he ate from him. They took what he worshipped from him. They took everything from him. Why is it so important for them to take his name? Because they wanted to take his heritage. They wanted to know that he was the children of God. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes on the borders of their garments, throughout their generations.
We're supposed to do what?
Make them fringes on the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
We're supposed to make fringes on the borders of our garments throughout our generations. Right? Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Right?
And it shall be upon you that for a fringe.
Right, so what do we have here?
Fringes.
For what? Borders of blue. Where did that come from?
From the Bible.
So if you believe in the Bible, you should be doing what the Bible says, right? What you see them we doing.
Doing what the Bible says.
Right, everybody else ain't talking about they following Christ and following the scriptures, but they ain't got no borders of blue on their fringes. Right? They ain't got their heads covered. Right? Because they don't follow the Bible. Go ahead.
That ye may look upon it.
You would look upon the fringes and what?
And remember all the commandments.
So this is a reminder when you look upon the fringes that you can remember all the commandments. It's a reminder like an alarm clock when you wake up for work. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
All the commandments of the Lord.
Right?
And do them.
What?
And do them.
It's a reminder to keep all the commandments of the Lord and what?
And do them.
That's what these are for. It's a reminder. Right? So what you got to do, sis?
And follow the rules of the Lord. Follow the commandments. Do as the Lord say. Follow His rules.
Right, so what's the first thing you're going to do when you get home? You're going to put your dress, right? All praise. Right? Guess what? You're going to be in your beautiful state again.
All right.
When you see me tomorrow, you'll see me.
Oh, praise. And that's what the Most High is happy to hear that.
And I have a lot of dresses. A lot. I used to dress up mostly all like wear skirts with the little pockets on the little chains. You know. And I always have a little fanny bag. I don't even wear a purse anymore. I done got robbed to me. Put my weight.
Right, so that's a good thing. You got to go home. You got to get back into your natural state. You got to be a woman again. You see what I'm saying? Not saying you're not a woman, but you got to look at some woman. All right.
And you know how to pray too. You know how to pray too now.
It's nice meeting y'all, and I really appreciate y'all showing
All
me
praise. So when you get home, go to that YouTube channel.
Okay. It's nice to meet you, and I really appreciate everything y'all done. Y'all have a nice day.
All right, go slave for master some more, because you know we got to do that. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
actually, I'm gonna go to the restroom and I'm gonna go clock out.
All right, all praise.
Yeah. It's Saturday. I'm not doing no more. I just learned.
All
praise.
praise. All
Hey, what is your name?
Christina
Christina what?
Jackson.
We're gonna look you up on Facebook.
I don't have a Facebook, but I will get me one today. Tonight, line me up one. I just